Jabroni Studios, in association with Big Herm Productions, is proud to present to you, recording from an undisclosed location in Oakdale, Connecticut. It's Chris Burns. It's Chris Lynch.
No, Matt Marsh.
This is Dysfunction Junction.
I'm getting I was getting a real bad echo on the music, but everything sounds great right now.
Yeah, that was weird. That was cool.
It was. The double drum beat kind of knocked me off my ass a little bit.
I heard none of that.
Oh, we had the the double drum fill at the beginning. That's all right.
It's pretty damn cool. I like
all
it.
right, so somebody brought the spoon because it's a topic soup kind of week. We got a lot to talk about and a whole lot to say, and hopefully you'll chime in out there. No Matt Marsh, which means no butthole talk until Lynch's Gummies kicks in. Boys and girls, put up your feet. Signpost up ahead says, welcome to Dysfunction Junction.
Fuck yeah.
Thank you,
Barry.
Barry.
Baby.
Thank you, Barry White. My name is Chris Birds. With me, as always, in 4K, no doubt.
You'll never find. What?
You'll never find.
The colors are deeper. The whiters are white. The whites are whiter. Look
Bird.
how good he looks. It's Chris Lynch.
Welcome to the Republican Convention. The whites are whiter. The
Stop
colors, little faded.
No, I did not say that. I said the colors are brighter. This isn't Joe Biden saying, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black.
The whites are whiter here. I'm not sure how that's a selling point.
Whoa.
I'm not sure
Well,
that's a selling point. I don't think you could sell that detergent now.
Welcome to West Virginia.
Dun, 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 dun.
But that's Chris Lynch
front-
down there.
Where front teeth are scarce.
That's right. Where the men are men and the sheep are scared. And, of course, the producer extraordinaire, the man with no hair, the man who will fuck anything with two eyes and a heartbeat, as long as it's semi-well-dressed. Big Herm, Michael P.S. Herman.
Absolutely. We've got to have standards. Damn it. That's the problem with them.
So I gotta add-
They don't
I
have
have standards.
self-governing. We've lost the self-governing ability for just keeping your own compass straight. I'm a whore, but I have rules. So
You're not a cheap whore.
right.
I have standards. They're very low. So,
Yeah,
I want to
when
trip over that.
when
I
Lynch
want to
sets
trip over
the
that bar.
yeah, I was gonna say when Lynch sets the bar, it's basically a limbo stick.
I was gonna say it's a log roll.
Hey, I'm gonna fail. I'm gonna fail upward.
I'm gonna ask you, Herm, because it happened all over on Saturday. Did you have in your town any of the No Kings rally?
I think there might have been one here.
Okay, I know we had we had two in Norwich.
Yeah, a couple in Springs, I believe, in Denver up there. But yeah,
And nobody got arrested. Nobody except for one in New York where two guys beat up another guy because he was wearing a Trump hat. Again, this wasn't mostly peaceful. This was peaceful. But I'm of two minds of this, and I wanted to get it out of the way early so we could get into the other stuff. We've said it long on this show, and I think all three of us are in agreement. If Marsh were here, he would agree too. Go out and use your voice. If you want to protest the president, protest the president. If you're a vegan and you want to protest McDonald's, go protest McDonald's. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I don't care.
That way.
I don't. Yeah, but I don't care if you want to protest the three of us. Just do it peacefully.
Yeah, but do it around a media outlet so we get some fucking footage or something.
That would be nice.
You know what I mean? If you're gonna curse us,
I want to scoop.
If you're gonna curse us, do it on the fucking news. Just say it.
Right. My big issue with what happened, and it was only in certain towns, one in Middletown, Connecticut, one in Portland, and one in Chicago, were, again, the people who were calling for the death of people like Donald Trump, Stephen Miller, Scott Bessent, mocking the murder of Charlie Kirk. Look, those people are pissing in your pond. They're shitting in your Cheerios. I applaud the people that went out and did the No Kings thing. You don't like Trump. You don't like the values he possesses. He brings forth. What values they are, I don't know. You don't like his policy and procedure. Go out, use your voice, do it the right way. And if there were, in fact, 7 million people, I have a complaint with 5 of them. That's not a bad deal. That's not a bad deal at all. So I want to congratulate everybody that went out and did this the right way and used your voice to, I guess, enunciate your displeasure of the president of the United States and his sometimes can be viewed as dictatorial bullshit. And that's where I'm going to leave it.
I just have one thing I want to point out. If a news outlet wants to report on the true numbers that actually turned out. Because MSNBC looks kind of fucking foolish right now, showing a clip from 2017 for a different Trump rally that was held in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
But they showed it as they used the context and pretense that it was that this Saturday. Don't fucking lie. Stop fucking lying.
There was a friend of mine. There was a friend of mine who was at the Boston rally and said there was no way there was that many people. There was a good amount. There was upward around 10,000. But think about where you put 10,000 people. Say, like, I don't know, in the Hartford Civic Center. Put 10,000 people in Central Park. What that picture looked like was 200,000 people.
Easily, at least. I'm going to go very conservative and say 50.
Okay.
50,000 people. Don't lie about it. You want to spin, just spin with words. But when you put fucking video to it that can be proven, and that's archival footage, you look really fucking stupid. And unfortunately, there's a large portion of America that's dumb enough to fucking believe it. Because they don't have the critical mind to actually not take things at face value.
See, I didn't question it.
I agree with you.
For one,
I agree with you. 100%. You want to protest? Do it peacefully.
Mm-hmm.
Loud and proud. I don't give a fuck what you're protesting.
Yeah, there's a difference between we hate Trump and one more bullet. And I'm like, guys, are you fucking serious? But I said this to a friend. I said this to a friend of mine on Sunday. Imagine if this protest were the other way around, and they said, "Put a bullet in Kamala." You'd never hear the end of the screaming, and that's the hypocrisy of both sides working its magic. It really is.
Well, I mean, the left and the right are both guilty of a lot of things. It's just the irony that in 2008, when Hillary Clinton and President Obama and all these other Democrats were screaming for the deportation of the illegal aliens, just as we are now, it was Ira Sis Boomba. But now, it's like the most inhumane thing we can do to a person.
Well, I don't know if that's the case. I'm sure that's a point of view.
Well, that is a predominant point of view, is that they're splitting up families and it's inhumane.
The problem is the tactics that are being used.
I was going to say that. Good job.
It's not really though, and also, there may or may not have been a lie about the worst of the worst, and it really isn't that way. Once they got in and got their hooks in, that whole plan kind of went to shit. And you're seeing a lot of fringe that even the people that signed up didn't sign up for. That I think that's really the big issue with that whole plan. It's not it's not the immigration reform. It's the tactics and the method of implementation. I
don't disagree with you. But if you go back,
I don't either. Chris. But let me make a quick point. I don't disagree with that either. But in 2010, when all this was happening, it wasn't advertised as such. It wasn't held to scrutiny by the media. There wasn't a side saying that it's wrong. Both sides agreed to this.
It was quiet. 2008. It was quiet.
That's when you make it
loud,
when you make a spectacle.
Mm-hmm.
You make it a spectacle.
Yep.
I find it hard to fucking believe that the tactics that they're doing now is any different than the tactics they used 12 years ago, 10 years ago, however fucking long ago it was.
It's not. But the problem is it's a real bad fucking look to bring fucking nationalized media crews with you when you're going to be performing that shit.
This isn't a Geraldo Rivera drug bust. You know what I mean?
And you understand? Remember, that's how they started this whole fucking thing. when they came into office and it all happened and right at the beginning, it was almost Geraldo fucking Rivera, only it was Dr. fucking Phil.
Mm-hmm. To your point, I don't disagree, Lynch, with your point.
And it's the broadcasting tactics that's really the fucking problem.
Broadly, though, and I'm going to paint with a real broad brush here, because the more I see it, it comes to bear fruit, and it does prove my point. When the receipts come out that Hillary Clinton said something like that in 1993, I have a picture of the actual speech on my phone somewhere, because I had to fight. I was like myself, I remember her campaigning with Bill in 92 on this very subject. I remember, the Clinton campaign was all about, not giving, benefits to illegal immigrants, now called undocumented citizens. But what's happening now, to Herm's point, yes, it is very performative. And the fact that we're bringing TV crews makes it like MTV's Real World Ice Edition. However, I would dare say that 99% of the people that are against this goes to a point I've made on the show before. It's not about what's being done. It's about who is doing it. Because if this president was named anything other than Donald J. Trump, it may not be seen as such a travesty, if you will.
Well, I'll agree with that, but I honestly believe that the Democratic Party is just so far entrenched in the far left now that it doesn't matter who it would be. It's more so now because it's him, but I think if you put Mickey Mouse in the same chair, they're going to have a problem with it. Where are all these people who were saying free Palestine, free Palestine? Why aren't they still out there in the streets cheering in support of a free Palestine?
I thought about that.
I can't get paid to do that protest now. I'm going to go look on Craigslist to see what the next new paid protest is. Now it's Iran. Support Iran. For what?
For what?
If you're going to protest, be fucking involved and understand what you're protesting. Have passion about it.
I mean,
when somebody walks up to you and say, "Why are you here?" Oh, because it's cool. That's not cool.
The quickest way to piss off a person who doesn't know why they're fighting for whatever they're fighting for is remind them, if the person, especially when they use the terms Nazi, fascist, yada yada yada, all the cool buzzwords nowadays. Would a Nazi have done what he did in the Middle East? No, he'd want to exterminate everybody. I also see it before Herm blows a gasket, because I know he will.
I'm not blowing a gasket. I had a possible thought, but it's keep going.
But part of it, to me, I mean, yes, Trump has been working very close with the Israeli people since his first term. They love him so much they named a town after him. This is a guy who believes in peace in that region. Then October 7th happens, and I'm not blaming Joe Biden. He didn't launch the attack, but Trump achieves what is a very, very precarious peace deal, because we know one of them is going to fuck it up at some point. And where's everybody cheering USA, USA, USA?
It's strange that it was easier for him to deal with a fucking terrorist group and negotiate with a terrorist group than it was with actual people.
You actually read my memes. Thank you.
Has anybody? Well, I didn't even know there was a meme.
I put up a meme the other day. The same thing.
It's been crossing my thought. Has anybody thought about the fact that it was easier for him to negotiate with a fucking crooked terrorist organization than it was with
dealing with the Democratic Party, which is what mine said.
Dealing with
American people.
Right. Just dealing
okay.
It was easier to make it with and get them to listen for some reason than it was to have Israel just bite on it, which I don't know, man. I think it says something. I don't know.
It says two things, if you don't mind.
I think it says a lot, and there's depth to it.
There is, and on the surface, I'm going to stay right here on the surface of the water. I'm not going down with the sharks. this speaks to two things. One, it's Donald Trump. He knows the art of the deal. He's had businesses, some have failed, some have succeeded. He knows how to get a deal done. Do I like his tactics? Fuck no. If there's 7 days in a week, I'm upset with him 4.5 days of that week. But let him cook, man. I said at the beginning, on January 2026, we're going to be sitting in these seats doing this show, barring Herm dying, and I'm going to give you my 1-year report card, as I said I would do. So far, so good. Do I like the fact that he... Are you going to die?
No.
Please don't die. Let him cook, man. But you're right. I don't necessarily know, and I'm not picking on her. I don't know what kind of leader she would have been. Could Harris have got this done? I don't know. I don't know. And I can't speculate because I don't know what her foreign affairs are like.
I'm going to say no, and not because, literally not because she isn't capable of orchestrating. As a woman, she holds a lesser place to a degree in that region of the world.
There you go.
And
that's not a knock on her.
Unfortunately, sexism would have been an issue with the negotiations with that, and it's as fucked up as that is. It has nothing. I don't think it has anything to do with her ability, but they're not. That ain't got that chick. That dog don't hunt.
Sure. And as much as I've said this,
that's what I think.
As much as I've said this before about some of these college kids, some of them who I know very well in life, and they were doing the Queers for Palestine bit, and I said, you know what? Oh, that'll bring me back to the no cakes thing, and then I'm done with that. I got other things I'd like to discuss with you guys. In Palestine, they don't take homosexuality.
I love when people bring up that point because that's like that's a quantifier for it. Because what if Jesus thought that way?
What if he thought that way?
I'm just saying, like, well, no. What if Jesus thought that way? Like, well, they're not. Isn't that the whole point? Jesus did for those that would fucking slaughter him.
Sure.
So I love when people bring that up. Like, that's a quantifier for what you believe in that somebody else doesn't believe in and would kill you for it.
It is, but it isn't, because there are people who have been there, who have seen this, and it's in recent years that things like this have happened.
No, I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but I'm saying, and as somebody who, if I was somebody to feel that way and believe that position of, Queers for Palestine, just because they would kill me and don't believe that doesn't mean I shouldn't. That means I shouldn't believe what I believe or support what I support.
I believe that in your mind, because I know you and I know it's coming from a good place, that's a true statement. I can't say that it's the same for a college kid who is just grabbing onto the newest, shiniest thing bitch about.
No, I'm talking real. It's more conversational. Like, it made me think. You know what I mean? Like, and if that's the point from where they're coming from.
Then it's genuine.
I mean? If that's the front porch they're standing on when they're hollering, then
I stand behind them.
That's
1,000%.
Is it? You know what I mean? And I just, but yeah, like I don't think it's necessarily a quantifier all the time. And I think both sides use that. Well, that's you're doing this for people that wouldn't do it for you, but that's kind of the whole point of charity and stepping up. So
no, that's a fantastic point.
Is that you're doing it for people that wouldn't do it for you and won't do it for their people.
That is a fantastic point.
You know what I mean?
It is a great point, Chris. But it is a great point, but unfortunately, it's a logical fallacy because to follow the logic to what their mindset is over in that part of the world, it's not real to them. I understand where Harm's coming from treating a person like a human. Like, I don't like people who say you're denying that trans exists. No, I'm not. I don't deny trans. Nobody denies that trans people exist.
Bitch, I went to a show Saturday night. No, it don't.
You exist.
It most certainly does.
It exists.
Yes.
If you believe that, it is true to you. But it's just like is just like us forcing language on what we teach our children. If I don't want my kid to learn about evolution, and I tell the
You can
school
opt out.
those are words I don't want my child to hear. You don't force them upon me. You have that right. And
Mhm.
everybody has a right to basic human respect. But
See,
you
and
can't.
now as another parent, I need to put a star somewhere and disclude you from certain life decisions that you can vote on down the road, given the fact that you don't you think you know what you know.
No, it's
Okay,
not
you have
about
my
that. It's about
you have my
it,
attention.
it's not about that. It's about if I feel that my child would be better served learning creationism, I'm gonna do one of two things: not send them to public school, or just yank them out of public school when that's being taught and teach them myself. That's why you
Well,
have
hell,
the option. That's why you have the option for homeschooling. Now, as we have seen in Bridgeport, Connecticut, there are some big fucking major loopholes in what qualifies as homeschooling due to
Mhm.
a 12-year-old girl being found dead in a fucking container behind a house.
Right.
I think that's absolutely atrocious.
You know, we had a kid whose family was Jehovah Witness, and when health class, the health portion of your thing came up, they had to leave
Yeah, they all went
because
to like study or library or something like that.
right. I don't think that necessarily disqualifies them. I know what you're saying, Herm, and it's kind of devil's advocate-ish, and I get it. But the last point I'll make on this, because it kind of chews my
That's where you
ass.
get flat earthers, man.
Fuck flat earthers.
I'm just
Don't get me
saying. That's
don't get
where
me
you
fucking
get flat
started.
earthers, and we shouldn't let them vote, and that should affect your fucking credit score.
It was on that day that God inventing the Remington bolt action rifle so he could kill the dinosaurs
Dinosaurs and the homosexuals.
and the homosexual.
What the
On the
fuck, man?
homosexual.
Like, Jesus Christ. You ever met a homeschool kid? Yup.
If in fact these people truly believe that Donald J. Trump is a maniacal monarch and wants to turn himself into the king and yada yada yada, if he were a king, can we all agree that in a monarchy, all of those people would be in jail right now? Or at least as many as they could wrangle.
They would not be able to assemble as they did.
Exactly.
Because they would be dispersed with force.
I may not like everything everybody says,
understand where they're
Republican,
coming from.
Democrat.
I can see a slow authoritarian progression from taking office. Have we ever seen a president just push troops into cities before? Like
George H.W. Bush, Bill Clinton, and Barack Obama. Thank you very much.
Much in such a short amount of time, though.
All three.
I can say that I lived through a president that convinced the entire fucking world basically to stay home and not do anything because it put the fear of fucking God in them because of COVID. That all happened within months. A month.
You can't go to church or visit grandma in the home, but you could buy liquor and hardware.
Make it make sense.
You took the words right out of my mouth, kid.
Do you scare people through your physical actions, or do you scare people with your psychological terror? Because that's what COVID was.
Okay.
Well, I think COVID is different things for different.
Fucked by COVID at all.
No, I'm not saying
it cost you a lot of money, though.
Not really. It made me a shitload of money. It made me thousands and thousands of fucking dollars.
Didn't you once tell him? Hold on. Yeah.
No, I did. I did have a big year planned, and then that fell apart. And then the backside of it was my industry was worth fucking money.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's what it was. I was essential as fuck because people had to eat, and all of that money plus came back when they only brought back top tier by number servers, and Jen had seniority, and people were so glad. Like the money, COVID put us over a hump that we had struggled to be over because, to be honest, it sent me home, relaxed me, gave me some recoup time. I got a little bit of extra money in my unemployment check because I got laid off. So money really wasn't tight. It fucked up that year, but then I made it up on the back end and we came out on the other side of COVID. Well, the AMC deal thing happened in the middle of COVID. Like we came out the other side of COVID, like comparatively
You came out good.
fucking rich.
There you go.
And I'm not saying there isn't good things that became because of the COVID.
And I know we are, again, a cherry-picked case, but COVID was good. Jen and I will both look at you like, COVID was good for us. COVID was very good.
No, it didn't hurt me at all. I got bigger commissions during COVID.
You know what I mean? It hurt a lot
I'm
of
not
people.
I'm not talking about any one of us here. I'm talking about the other almost half of the country that lost their fucking minds and would like go like raw physical breakdown emotion if you went out in public without a fucking mask. That kind of thing.
But then by the same token, you went the same raw emotional, I'm gonna pick on you, make fun of you, point at you, start shit with you from the far side. Like one side took it so far for protection, and the other side took it so far for revolt and ostracizing people that it just created hostility everywhere.
It divided the country. That's where the fracture began, was in 2020 with fucking COVID. I've been saying this for a long time.
I think it happened with the hanging Chad.
That was the very start of it.
I think honestly,
so COVID
was the tipping point.
COVID was the catalyst. That was the spark, and COVID was the catalyst that got the fire even bigger.
The straw that broke the back.
I can agree with that. But anyway, enough of this bullshit. Let's move on to something else.
I think way too many people did way too much worrying on both sides is the problem that led to everything. It's really both sides. One's worried about taking a medicine that's going to kill you. The other one's worried about catching a sickness that's going to kill you. Everybody else just, and the people that really survived COVID are the people who didn't give a fuck.
Basically.
Towards the end. I don't know. I just don't like being lied to. There was a lot of lying.
Welcome to the United States government.
A lot of lies told.
Welcome to the United States government, where lies are the truth and the truth has no business.
We're not here to help.
Right. We're from the government. We're here to help. Other sad news that we can actually joke about and say some nice things about. We lost Ace Frehley this past week.
Whoa.
And I say we, but because, look, not everybody's a Kiss fan, but everybody knows Kiss. You have to go deep into the bush in Africa to find a dude with a bone in his nose who doesn't know who Kiss is. They're cultural icons. Ace Frehley was not my favorite guitarist, but he was the guitarist for my favorite band. And, the spark that launched 1,000 rock guitarist careers, years ago, when they got put in the Hall of Fame in 2014, they being Kiss, pronouns, all these people came out. Yeah, Ace was my first idol. Paul was my first idol. I became a drummer because of Peter Criss. Gene made me want to be a rock star. They had quite an impact. And somebody asked me, I got text, Chris, are you okay? Well, yeah, I'm okay for two reasons. One, I'm a 53-year-old man, and whether I knew he was sick or not, and Joey Casada let me in and Tommy Summers let me in that he'd been sick for a couple weeks.
We know that we're dying soon too.
Exactly.
Not to ship.
No,
we're fucking middle-aged men. We're all at the point where we are on the daily, slightly reviewing a little bit of mortality and this and that. When a joint starts to hitch and snap all of a sudden, and it's still fun.
I can't get a fucking hernia repair.
But right,
say its name. Say its name.
Say its name.
Put
it on the wheel. You don't want to be snaky.
But yeah,
you know what I mean.
I had a moment.
And we're getting used to the fact that every other day, somebody that we thought was cool is fucking kicking rocks.
Mm-hmm. You know, we're on the right side of the grass for now.
Today,
We're-
you know?
We
Yeah.
are men of a certain age. We
Correct.
officially become men of a certain age.
Did I have a moment? Sure, I did. It sucks to lose a childhood icon. I don't want to say he was a hero of mine, but the whole band were heroes to me. The second thing that got me through it, of course,
it wasn't a premature death, really, either.
no, he's 74 fucking years
What I'm
old.
saying, like, it's not like he was like 28 and he fucking dropped dead. It's, you know, Ace lived it rough for a while.
Oh yeah. Eric Carr, 41 years old, tragic. Dimebag Darrell, 38 years old, tragic. Ace Frehley, 74 years old. It was a good run, kid. It was a good run. It's tragic, but I feel bad for his family.
But not like, oh my god, a career cut short. No.
Really. I feel bad for Joey, who was working on. Joey was working on his. Yeah, Joey was working on the next Ace record. I don't know, but you know, we'll have Joey here in December for our 200th episode. Just so you guys know, Joey Casada, top 5. We're doing a top 5 gimmick right here on the show. What else got me through that? The usual bullshit banter between us. Making, and I'm not going to say any of those jokes out loud, because if you're an Ace Frehley fan and you're out there and you hear some of the shit we said, this is how we deal with tragedy. Herm, don't do it. If you think we got 7 listeners now, we'll have 4 by the end of this,
and they'll be fucking dedicated.
Oh, but we want more.
They're the fucking keepers
and medicated.
But yeah, I drove home that night. I jammed on. I picked like 7 of my favorite Ace tunes. I took an extra little lap home, and I got it out of my system, man. It sucks. And something you said, Lynch. What's up, JR, in the comment section? How you doing? Just talking about talking about a little Ace Frehley here.
No discussing of.
Let me no discussing Vinnie Vincent, even if he dies.
I
thought it was cool. Before I go to Lynch, every living member of KISS put out a really nice statement on their personal Twitters or their personal Instagrams, and Vinny had a PR person put out a statement. Vinny is heartbroken by the death. Fuck you, Vinny.
He does it himself.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. But he wants to make himself look important.
You don't get sprinkles, all right?
We're doing good,
Only
JR.
They're doing the Kennedy honors in December. KISS is supposed to be, one of the headliners. The Kennedy Center staff or whoever does the planning said they're going to do a special tribute to Ace, which is nice. But Lynch, you said something which shocked me, no pun intended, because that's an Ace Frehley song, that he was one of the first guitarists you idolized.
Yeah, he was.
I've known you 30 fucking years. I have never heard that out of you.
I'm surprised I haven't told those stories. Ace Frehley was he was my go-to Halloween costume when I was a little kid. And I already liked guitars. He's like, man, I love that. And he had cool guitars too.
Yeah.
His Sunburst Les Paul that shot out smoke and flames was fucking awesome. That's why I have a Sunburst Les Paul hanging on the wall.
Nice.
Between him
and
Slash and
Jimmy Page,
all these guys that play Les Pauls back in the day. I mean, but he was my first guy. If you picked him out of I could pick him out of a lineup at 6 years old.
Herm's still as gorgeous as ever. Listen to you. JR thinks you're gorgeous.
Quit flirting.
He ain't fucking wrong.
Herm's go-to Halloween costume was the lead singer of Grim Reaper. that guy was at the pig races. Yeah. He took third and fifth.
Yeah.
Herm, I know when we first met, he may remember this, he may not. When we first met, I think the first day I met him, I wore the concert shirt from when I saw Ace Frehley open for Alice Cooper. And I'm going as my mom. Stop it. You really want to get interesting, JR? Put on some stretchy leotards, stuff it with pillows. Go as my mom. But What up,
Gotta get a
Kahuna,
wheelchair.
in the comment section? Yeah, you got to get a wheelchair or minimally a little scooter,
Rent
a Walmart
lark.
scooter.
Rent a
Yeah,
lark.
Walmart scooter buggy. Do the scooter buggy 500. I wore an Ace Frehley t-shirt the first day I remember meeting Herm, and for the first year he called me Ace. And I'm like, you know my name is Chris, right? I know. Let's call you Ace.
That's not what I call
What's up, Ace? Right? And then it kind of drifted into other various nicknames over the years. Dave Roberts ruined it for everybody the minute he called me McFly. Then it became like a thing for everybody.
Wow, JR, I'm sorry to hear that about your mom being back in rehab.
Oh, that's terrible. Good on her. I hope she gets well soon, my man. Herm, you were kind of forced. You probably listen to Kiss here and there, and then you meet me. I'm starting to sound like a Henry Rollins video. And then you meet me, and you were bombarded with Kiss. Give me a little something about Ace Frehley that you liked. Other than his makeup, everybody goes to the makeup, and Lynch already took that point.
I really could care less about that. I liked when Ace talked. It sounded like he was just down from I'm just here from Staten Island, you know, just down here trying to do some shit. You know, we was just trying to make a record, and then there's stuffs, and you know, for Brooklyn and wherever the fuck we are in the lower boroughs, and he never fucking outgrew that. That's all he ever talked was, you know, he was just down in the clubs doing some stuffs.
The interview they did with Tom Snyder in '79,
like
where
James
Ace was
Paul never sound New York, but fuck, you know, Ace
Paul does a little bit in the early days, and then he refined his.
Ace never got rid of that, you know. We was just downtown all the time doing some stuffs.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'm 7.5 years sober, and it's a great. In his hands like this. It's a great feeling.
You get your people's are awesome. Yeah, for real. Like
the interview with Tom Snyder, Ace is drunker than shit and takes over the interview, and it's an hour. If you get a chance to see it on YouTube, it's cut down, no commercials, 47 minutes of laughs. You will piss yourself laughing. Tom Snyder's like, so I'm looking at your outfit, Ace. You're supposed to be a spaceman. No, actually, buddy, I'm a plumber. His laugh.
Yeah.
He would tell himself jokes on stage. When I saw him last time at Mohegan Sun at the Wolf Den, and he starts telling this story, and he's busting out laughing before the story's over in that cackle laugh. And you're like, what the fuck is Ace talking about?
He don't know.
All right, Rocket Ride.
Yo, for real. Yo, what the fuck is James saying? I don't know. Just keep singing. You're getting paid, right?
It's time to play Rocket Ride.
The best thing ever is a drunk Ace, really. Between, you've mentioned an interview with Tom Snyder, the behind the scenes stuff at Phantom of the Park, where you can tell he's fucking plowed, and he tells that story later on. I don't remember who the interview was with. Was
it? But I've seen the video.
He just starts fucking laughing out loud.
Oh yeah,
he's pissing himself laughing about how ridiculous he was.
Sounded
the
like
video
fucking goblin.
Yep. Lynch shared the video with me, and I'd seen the video over the years of Kiss going to Australia, and they're introducing Eric Carr for the first time to the Australian audience. And it's like, hey, I'm Gene Simmons from Kiss, and I'd like to introduce you to Paul Stanley of Kiss, and I want to show you Ace Frehley of Kiss. And he forgets his line. He's drunk. And they're all convening, and he looks up and he goes, look, it's rock and roll. And they all bust out laughing. He's in the moment, but he's way over here in another moment at the same time. Funny motherfucker. Yeah. Sucks that he's gone. Go ahead, Lynch, please.
That's a sign of his brilliance, actually. He's a very smart dude.
Oh, yeah.
He was thinking so far down the line from what he's actually saying. He already knows the punchline.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how his mind worked.
Yeah.
But that's what made him, to me, likable. Because he was real. I think he was the most real. He was the most real out of the original group, I think.
Of the four, yeah. I'll give you that. Absolutely.
Paul being maybe a close second. Gene is always on.
The least gay.
Yeah.
Who? Ace?
Yes.
Ace.
All right, I'll give you the least gay.
Yeah, I'll give him that. Too. But Gene is always on. It's always Gene.
I think Gene wakes up in the morning and acts like Gene in front of Shannon, and then she smacks the shit out of him and says, "Take out the garbage."
I used Just Touch My Codpiece for an additional 10% for the conversation and at work the other day, and in the chef's office, and like Andrea was in there, and it just Pete was like, "Mike, you
gotta stop.
You can't do that here." I'm like,
call my buddy, have him tell you the best Gene Simmons story of all time.
Where am I supposed to do it? I can't do it out in the hall on camera. I said,
right.
Just touch my codpiece for extra 10% off.
Right. Mark, there will be no talk of Vinnie Vincent this entire tour. We're not going to bring him up.
You know what Vinny's problem is?
You know I went back and listened to that interview not too long ago on the other show, and not only was it funny as hell, but Mark has the best Gene Simmons impression, bar none. Second would be Craig Gass, and as I found out the other night when I spent an hour on the phone with him, Tommy Summers does a fantastic Gene Simmons. We'll have to get him back, and he was talking about a conversation he had with Gene a couple months ago. He was like, Tommy, all quiet. Tommy, there comes a point in your life when and he's telling me this story, and I could swear that Gene inhabited Tommy's body.
The Gene Simmons I could listen to for a very long time is the Gene Simmons when he's talking about his childhood and his parents and his history, his story. When he tells his story, that's the true Gene.
You hear passion in him, yes.
And he's very smart. Super. All of them were super smart men. And I think
I don't know.
I think they got shit on a lot in their career because of the makeup, which is why they did the unmasked thing.
I will say Peter's a tremendous musician. That's where I'm going to leave it. He's not a very bright guy.
He's brilliant in his own way, then.
True.
True. But yeah, they got shit on a lot, and I think hearing these stories, and even Paul Stanley, for as dumb as he sounds when he talks, he's not dumb. It's just his voice. He sounds like a dumb Brooklyn jock.
He tries to put too many big words into his sentence, and you're like, Paul, just be honest with me.
Just trim the fat, buddy.
Yeah.
Give me the Weight Watchers version. Exactly.
Quickly, Lynch, before we talk about baseball and football, because only some of us had a really good football week. What's your favorite Ace Frehley song, whether it's with Kiss or without Kiss?
Ooh. What was the first solo album was Frehley's Comet, right?
Technically, yes.
That was his first solo.
They had the Kiss solo albums, but let's be honest, those were Kiss albums.
I'm talking after post.
Oh yeah, Frehley's Comet, 86.
Yes.
So
one of my favorites comes off that record. Everybody's going to their Google machines. I'm bearing with you.
Memory.
Okay. Memory, all alone in the moonlight. Yada, da, 30 years ago, whatever Lynch says.
Oh my God. Yeah.
All right. While you guys are working the Google machine.
1987.
80. Oh, I thought it was 86. My bad. The tour was 86. The record was 87. Sorry. You're right.
Rock Soldiers.
That's one of mine, without question.
And
loved Into the Night as well. We Got Your Rock is fantastic.
We Got Your Rock.
Good call.
I like that whole album.
Same. Rock Soldiers is on my list. Into the Night is on my list. Herm kind of brought it up because it's always funny. Instrumentals are weird because with Ace, sometimes he intersperses like little lyrical nuggets into it. The Acorn is Spinning is a masterpiece of guitar.
Masterpiece. My favorite song.
Amazing. Song. And of course, I would be remiss. All the original Kiss people out there who've known me for years say, "You're not gonna put anything from the '78 solo album." Of course I am, dipshit. Rip It Out.
Yeah, Rip It Out's good.
I bought that on cassette. Later, I got the vinyl, and that's the first song on the record. And usually the opener tells you how the record's going to be. Still one of the best opening tracks on any record, anywhere, of any genre, was Rip It Out. And later on, Scott Ian did a version on an Ace Frehley tribute record, which was phenomenal. Congrats on your win in the footy comp, Cobber. Thank you. It looked terrible for a while, but my team battled back. Thank you very much. Lynch and I are tied at 5-2.
Yes, we are.
Harm, other than Acorn is spinning, you got anything for us?
No, not really. That's that. I love that fucking song.
It's fucking great.
heard
So
that
to
in a
all
long
those
time.
people, to all the folks who are sad, I said the same thing when Eddie died. I was down here on the other side of the room with the blue background. One of the best things that I learned when Eric Carr passed, and his sister told me, when you miss him, just push play, because he's
Right.
always going to be there. You know, you were his friend for X amount of years. Speaking of Eric Carr, yes, he's gone. Yes, it's not going to be as cool anymore, but he's always there with you. He's a click nowadays in the electronic era. He's a finger punch away. I can drum up anything Eric Carr in seconds. You can do the same thing with Van Halen, with Prince, with Elvis, with just speaking of the more recent guys. One of the guys from Limp Bizkit, I think, passed away recently, which we're not going to spend a lot of time talking about because they were Limp Bizkit.
The bassist.
Yeah, Joe Jones or whatever the fuck his name was. So, all right, who had who?
Basie Baserson.
Sure, Basie Baserson from the Bass Tones.
No, it's Paul
Yeah.
something.
Who had, going into this week, the Toronto Blue Jays going to the World Series? It wasn't on my bingo card. Okay, Lynch. As you can see, I'm wearing my 2006 Blue Jays jersey. And I'm rooting for them for one reason and one reason alone. No, it's not because they're in the Yankees division. No, it's not because they're American League. Don Mattingly is now this close to having his World Series ring. Missed it as a player. He was with the Dodgers for years. He goes to manage another team. Dodgers win a World Series. Now he's with the Blue Jays as one of the coaches, just below the head manager. Now he's there. To see the happiness on his face in that post-game celebration after they talked to the players, they immediately cut to Mattingly, and they talked to him. And he's very humble. He's very Don Mattingly-esque, and said, I'm just glad to be here. I'm thrilled. I've been waiting for this my entire freaking career. Now I'm here. So I'm waiting for my Dodger friend to get back to me on a wager, but I'm putting my balls out on the table right now. I'm saying this series will go the distance. Jays in 7. You heard it here first.
It's a very dangerous World Series.
Oh, God. It's going to be one of the most high-powered offensive World Series in
Fucking
recent history.
Look what Ohtani did.
Sure. And on the other side, you got Vlad Guerrero Jr., who every ball he hits, he destroys.
I don't know what they're feeding these boys nowadays,
Steroids.
but these guys, it's not steroids.
It's steroid adjacent.
As my balls shrink.
Mhm.
What the fuck is up with these guys just rushing it out of the parks these last couple seasons?
They all got him.
Well,
They're all on hymns. That's
Probably.
what it is.
Look at the
That's
kid
what we got
from
to look forward
Seattle.
to.
Look at the kid from Seattle out of nowhere.
Josh
He's been a
Knightley.
bit
Just
player. He's been Cal Raleigh has been a bit player for 2 years. This year comes out of the box and everybody knows his name now. And I'm hoping and I'm praying that this kid doesn't get busted for any sort of illegal drugs or performance enhancers or whatever, because he's always been built like a dump truck if you look at him through the years.
Oh yeah.
But look at his first 2 seasons and put him up next to McGuire's 2 seasons. Kind of humdrum, nothing happening, and then explodes. Next year is going to be the telltale sign for Cal Raleigh. I got to give it to Seattle. They played a hell of a series against Toronto. Just a hell of a series. The one thing that lacked on Seattle that Toronto has a little bit better is pitching. And that's where Toronto's going to have to get their bats out because their pitching is just a step below Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So it's going to
Yeah,
be interesting to see.
I would love to see the Blue Jays win, just for the same reason you stated. It'd be nice to see Mattingly get a ring one way or another. One of my favorite
Uh-oh.
baseball players.
Hard to hate Don Mattingly.
Yeah.
Unless you wear a B on your hat, it's hard to hate Don Mattingly.
Yeah, I wear a B on my hat all the time, man. I'm wearing a fucking Fenway shirt right now.
I'm sorry.
You have to respect that man.
Of course.
I'm not that kind of fan. I can love across the aisle.
Oh yeah, like when Mike Greenwell died a couple weeks ago, we were just like, dude, what a badass fucking player. I said that.
Yeah.
Did I like him in the time he was playing? It's hard not to, but I didn't like the team he played for. But I could always look and go, I will still point to that year he lost to Jose Canseco by 1 vote. I still think Mike Greenwell should have been the MVP that season.
Yeah, I think so too. In retrospect.
Harm, you got a prediction or a guess or an otherwise comment on Los Angeles versus Toronto in the World Series?
I got to vote Toronto just because fuck the Dodgers. They ain't been shit since they left Brooklyn.
The oldest jokes are still the best jokes.
Fucking
hey, you like the Dodgers? Them
bums.
bums.
Fucking bums.
They ain't been shit since they left
Brooklyn. I don't give fuck the Dodgers. Go Toronto. I'm fucking hooray Canada.
Oh, and I had to ask somebody because I wasn't sure. Toronto won in 92, 93? Back-to-back World Series. All of it on the back of Joe Carter. I mean, they had some really decent players. Winfield played for that team. Henderson stopped by for a cup of coffee on his I'm going to play for every team in the Majors World Tour.
I was going to say on his fucking I'm going to play for every team World Tour.
I joked when Ricky Henderson went in the Hall of Fame. Remember those hats that they used to sell with all the logos of every team on it? I said, that's the hat Ricky's going to choose to go in the Hall of Fame.
It's literally like 842 teams done.
Some he played for twice.
Awesome.
What's awesome? Ricky Henderson?
Yeah. God bless him.
Oh, God bless him. Okay.
And it is awesome. Good for him, man. Hard to hate on those players.
No. Some of the guys. Here's another thing. Look at the guys that we liked growing up, even when they were rookies. I'll put Don Mattingly right at the forefront. Rookie year 1982. He looked like an old man to me, and I was 10 years old then. He looks young as a spring chicken now. Now you look at some of these rookies, and it's like, dude, do you have a math test tomorrow?
Fucking swear to God. Jen and I'll be watching like, that motherfucker. Jen would be like, that fucker's 12.
How many times during the Speedway review, Herm, do we talk about a young gun winning a race? It's like, and tomorrow he's got to get his suit for the prom. You know why he
goes so fast? Because his balls don't have any hair on them to create any fucking drag. That's why.
That's
Good
right.
God.
He doesn't have hemorrhoids. He doesn't have the hemorrhoids that Hamlin has to deal with in the seat.
He doesn't have that kind of air wind fucking problems.
Oh.
But look at it. I mean, look at I'm trying to think of his name. Fuck. He was old when he was young.
Well, like
Mo Vaughn.
The guys at work, the students at work walk around like, oh man, look at that. She's hot. I walk around being like, bitch, you need to put some clothes on. Bitch, you need a fucking Bible. Bitch, who the fuck let you out the house like that?
Not me. I say, please be 21. It's not even 18 anymore. It's 21. I want to make. If you can't drink,
it's just wrong. It's just
if you can't drink, I can't think. That's a problem.
Y'all need to go back to your room and put some pants on, and then come down to breakfast, please.
I get these weird videos and ads on Instagram and Facebook, like oh, come look at my uncensored pictures. I just turned 19. Hide. I can't do it.
Please don't be a dude. Please don't be a dude. Please don't be a dude.
That's the second thought. The first thought is please be 21. Because I can get away with bringing home. I can get away with bringing home a stepmom for Emma who's 22. I can't get away with bringing home a stepmother who says, "Oh, you went to prom? My prom last year was fantastic. Let me tell you all about it."
Half plus three. Half plus three.
Half plus three. Hold
Half
on.
their age plus 3.
Half your age plus 3 years for men.
I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest math
That's the
magician.
youngest you can bring home without
Yeah.
feeling like a diddler. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's real that half plus 3.
I'm just showing this because if in the event I find me a future ex-wife that is in this range and Lynch gives
30's
me
good,
shit,
what man? Like you need a
Ah!
woman that's old. You need
Ah!
you need a
I
woman
won't give you
that's,
shit for that.
bro.
half plus 3.
Yeah, you
I
need a
will not
woman
give you shit for that.
you need a woman that's old enough to recognize the signs of a stroke, bitch. Okay? You need
We're old. We're old.
Watch Herm's face. I am far beyond the point of taking advice from Gene Simmons. It's a sticky situation if she ain't old enough to vote.
I'm just saying, like for real, like half plus 3. You need a woman that's old enough to deal with yes, perfect.
Half? That's still 29 and a half.
Half plus 3.
I tell you what, Chris.
Yes.
My friend Vicky knows a lot of nurses that are in their 30s. I'm just saying.
Oh, nurses are
31-year-old
wild.
nurse,
Bro. Nurses are fucking wild.
cardiac nurses.
Nurses are wild.
There you go. Just saying.
So, my birthday's in 2 months. So instead of a shirt or a hat, by the way, I still have that hat for you here that you requested. Instead of a shirt or a hat or a tie or some goofy socks, how about bringing me one of those cute nurses? Don't bring me some big Esmeralda looking bitch just because she's 30. If she's walking across the floor in heels and striking oil, I'm not interested. I like thick women. I don't like a woman who is as thick as 3 women. I've rode that pony before. Not a fan.
Oh, God.
Ladies and gentlemen, I killed Lynch. Episode 1, whatever the fuck.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Oh, I remember that.
And bonus points if she's Latina.
Are teeth a thing?
What?
You mean like does she have to have them?
Does she have to have them?
Do I look like I come from Alabama?
I'm just saying. I'm trying to be
I mean, I'm fine if
inclusive.
she doesn't smile in pictures and shit.
That's fine too. As long as when I make her laugh, she doesn't look like a newborn baby. I'm fine.
She's got 4 teeth in the back.
Yeah. She's bald and has no teeth. She looks like Grandpa. Just how I described my daughter the first time I saw her. Oh, she looks just like you. She's bald. She has no teeth. She looks like my grandfather.
And she's pissing and shitting herself. Perfect.
Right? All right. I'm upset to say this right now because I'm on the ass end of this conversation. Raise your hand, especially those of you that dug it out in the last 3 seconds. If your team NFL won this week.
Points.
That motherfucker right there.
You didn't win?
No, I'm saying about his game.
Oh, that was fantastic. I saw the greatest hits highlights, but did your team win this week, Lynch?
The whole fourth quarter was a greatest hits highlight. The entire
then raise your hand.
15 minutes.
Okay.
All right, good.
I pointed at him.
All right.
Yeah, that's the best quarter of football I've seen in quite a long time.
I'm not being racist when I say this, but Bo Nix runs like Michael Vick. That boy is fast. That boy is quick. He can spin. He can juke. To watch him run that 130 yards when he had nobody open, he just like, fuck it, I'm taking it myself. And he just sprinted. And I looked, I was like, I was with Billy watching some of the highlights. We were playing cards. And I'm like, that white boy ran fast and outmoved everybody. Blew 2 tacklers that did the old longest yard thing. They both go for him and they both miss. And they do the head first slide as he is just plowing through. Bo Nix is a beast. And I'm saying it now. I'm not licking your ass. Bo Nix is a fucking beast.
No, he's definitely come out of his goddamn shell.
Well, I
think
something I appreciate about modern quarterbacks is they're not afraid to use their feet. I'll say I'll give him credit. Mahomes, when he first debuted, was the exception, not the rule. Now it's become basically the rule, not the exception. I like a quarterback that's willing to take some risk and at least advance the ball just enough where they know they can pull it out of their ass the next play. But then again, you got Bo Nix, who just says, fuck it, it's on me, I got this. Holy shit. That's a quarterback.
I like the fact that after last year and the prior year when he played sparingly, he has confidence. Because you watch him early last season and he's making a run and he looks hesitant. He slides a lot. Not now. Bo Nix, if he finds a little bit of green, he's taking it. And in one case this weekend, took it all the way to the house. Good on him. He has that confidence. And now that he has that confidence, it's going to be hard to stop him. The same cannot be said for Michael Penix Jr., although the Falcons did not have a bad game. Let's put that out there. The 49ers were hungrier. They were faster, and they were better. That game was competitive. I have no complaints. I watched it with Billy, who was a big 49ers fan. Shook hands before the game, shook hands after the game. No tension. We didn't shit talk. We actually praised each other's teams at certain times. You know, but my biggest complaint is still stop running Bijan Robinson to the outside. Let him go straight up the middle. When he goes to the left or to the right, 1 yard, 2 yards, sometimes a loss of yards. He averages 5 yards a carry when he goes up the middle. Average. Let him bust through like he did last night. Sunday night, sorry. He bust through that middle, and he saw a little bit of green over here, shook off one defender, blew off another one, and ran almost for a touchdown. And then he ended up running for a touchdown on 2 plays later. Bijan Robinson is a downhill runner. You don't run a downhill runner to the side. I never played football, but I can tell you that. You got Tyler Algier who can do everything. Use him to the outside. If you're going to get rid of star players that I like Ray McLeod, at least bring a running back in who can do everything and let Bijan just fucking plow people.
Well, he's just like Jahmyr Gibbs on Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs is tiny, but he's fucking explosive. He does his best work under center and just fucking plowing right through because he fucking hurls people like they're nothing.
Yeah, one of the things McCaffrey said.
The same way.
McCaffrey had a quote about Bijan Robinson because they did work together over the summer. McCaffrey to, get over an injury. Bijan to learn a little bit more. He said, dude is tall, lanky, and rubbery. Stopping him is like grabbing a handful of water.
Yeah.
But if you run him to the outside, they can see it because he sort of hesitates a little bit. He stutter steps. But when you give him that ball and the line opens up a hole, he's through.
He's not as confident.
Correct.
No, he has trouble making the corner.
Yeah.
Yes. He stutter steps. That
corner. And when you're talking milliseconds.
Yep.
If you give that, you're fucked.
You can't give away that stutter step. That's a good second and a half that you could have been forward.
Absolutely.
That's a yard and a half. That's 2 yards. Maybe instead of being tackled for a loss, cut earlier. Use the tackle and the guard to create that hole. Don't go all the way to the end. Cut the hole. It's the easiest play I say it like this, like I've ever played football outside of with my thumbs. That's the easiest play on Madden. Watch the tackle and the guard open the hole and go right between. It's not hard.
I gave it a close yet. So every week I'm going to take a little bit more back about what I said about the New England Patriots at the beginning of the season.
As well you should.
They're 5-2. And I keep seeing this meme pop up. Last year, 4 wins. Year before, 4 wins. You're only at 5 wins, dipshits. Cool your fucking jets. We're almost halfway through the season. They're not a championship team yet.
They are minimally, if I may be so bold, a playoff team.
I would say playoff contender. And I will say division for the Broncos. They have that talent. Now that boat, like Herm said it best, he came out of his fucking shell.
Yeah.
I think this is the year that the team has gelled, and he's confident as a leader, and that he is much more confident on the field than he was last season or the season before. It shows in the play calling, and it shows in how they respond to him.
I want you to think about this. When you think about last year's big teams, big contenders, and some of the ones from this year that have supreme potential, the Patriots, as we said, has a matching record with the Broncos, the Eagles,
Yep,
the Succaneers, the 49ers, Seahawks, and Rams. Okay. Now think about some of the teams that were hot last year. They have a better record than the Bills, the Steelers, the Chargers, the Chiefs. And let's go to the NFC. Who was big last year? The Packers. That's about it. Think about that. The New England Patriots, star power depleted. Doing it with smoke and mirrors and bubble gum and super glue, are 5-2 right now.
Well, I said it last week. Buffalo's problem is injuries.
Yep.
60% of your starting squad is on the bench, nursing injuries.
Well, same thing with the 49ers, but they have enough young guns and hungry, not so much rookies, but hungry young guns that fill in the gaps.
They spread the
Mac
talent.
Jones. Mac fucking Jones is their quarterback. The same guy who was a bucket of suck for 2 years in New England and then a half a season in Jacksonville is leading the 49ers right now.
Small miracles do happen.
Amen to that.
What the 49ers do versus like the Bills and other teams that are in that precarious position,
Right.
They spread their talent throughout the lineup. I said it last week. The Bills have all their shit right front and center.
Dan Marino has an empty trophy case, and Joe Flacco has a Super Bowl. Somebody explain that to me.
I think Flacco was always an underrated quarterback.
I think Flacco was the beneficiary of the parts that were around him. He is a good quarterback. Cincinnati wouldn't have reached out for him after Joe Burrow went down if he wasn't a good quarterback. They didn't go to the depths of hell in the shit heap. They said, "Hello, Cleveland. Can we have Joe Flacco?" Yes, you can. Here you go.
Joe Burrow's all done.
Think so?
Oh yeah.
For the season or forever?
For the season.
Okay, well,
I think he's done. But he needed to be a superstar this season, and ain't happening.
Herm, what's the go ahead. I'm sorry. Finish your point.
It's not going to happen on the bench.
No, but he's also not going to go out and be the Jason Garrett of quarterbacks, where you have a good season and then, "Hi, I'm Troy Aikman. I'm in town and I'm taking over," and you hold a clipboard for the rest of your career. Made him a hell of a coach and a hell of an analyst, though. Herm, in 500 words or less, what is the magic right now with Denver? Because right now, to me, that's the hottest team in the NFL.
They just gel real well this year. They just gel real well. They are reading each other. They know each other well. It's some of that old Denver
Ripley.
Orange Crush magic bullshit, but they're just real tight this year. That's it. Everybody's very confident. Everybody's very healthy.
I'll tell you that my favorite thing of that game, watching the greatest hits after the fact, was when your guy hit the field goal to beat the Giants, who, by the way, Jackson Dart, I still think he's for real. I don't think the Giants are going to be a contender, but they're better off than they were for the last couple years. To watch Bo Nix down in that crouch position, watching that kick, and then when the kick was good, he puts his head in his hands, and he's processing the moment. He's like, holy shit, we won. And then he gets up and he had the biggest smile on his face. But for that 3 seconds, he's just like, holy shit, I cannot believe this. This is awesome. Let's go celebrate. He's showing true emotion. And I hate to say it because I really don't like saying nice things about Horsetooth McGillicuddy. He has the same passion as John Elway. Without question.
Yeah, he plays.
Absolutely.
He plays with the same intensity.
Fuck John Elway.
Horsetooth.
Fuck John Elway. Fuck Peter Elway. Fuck Elway McGillicuddy. Fuck John
Joey
Bon
Diaz.
Jovi. Fuck John Bon Jovi for being friends with John Elway. Fuck people named John.
You okay, buddy? What's the matter? You hurt your leg? Again? Give her, bud. Yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen,
Hi,
live
Henry.
Live from the Animal Kingdom.
It's Hambone.
What up, Hammy?
He's a good boy.
Still got the leash attached?
No.
We got done with that?
Yeah. His I think he tore his ACL.
Oh, not good. He'll be out for the season.
I was gonna say he's gonna be down in the minors for a while now.
Yeah, he's gonna have a rehabilitation. He'll have a rehabilitation assignment in Omaha next week.
Jeez.
And we'll bring him back as soon as possible. Good luck to Hambone.
It's a good boy. All right, go.
Oh, we got a couple of minutes left. Herm, you got anything you want to wax philosophically about?
Yo, went to a decent show Saturday night.
Yes, you did.
Tell us more.
There's this place in Springs called La Burla Bee. It is a burlesque club. Jen and I went out for the first time in forever. Pretty much the first like date night we've had since we've been here, like date night. Really awesome place. It's one of 7. The lady that owns this one here is the director of the International Burlesque Hall of Fame. It's one of 7 burlesque clubs sponsored here in the United States, and it's one of 14 sponsored internationally. One of them being the actual Moulin Rouge in France.
Interesting.
It was not like a strip club. This was not about slutty. This was about sexy. It was very, very good stuff. It was small, intimate. You walked in, there's nothing but a red door. You go in and you go downstairs, and it kind of gets subterranean, and you go down a hallway, and there's a bar over there, and it's kind of all speakeasy-ish. And then you go down, and from the stairs, or you can go down around a catwalk, and you walk across the dance floor is down in the basement, and you walk across the dance floor and the catwalk to get to the bar on the other side where the cabaret is. Really, really excellent show. It was like with tickets and drinks. We were there. We went in for dinner. We had drinks. The show started. We had dinner. We stayed at 10 o'clock. The place turns into a fucking nightclub. And at like 10:30, it filled with Gen Xers. Yeah, absolutely amazing place. If you're ever in Colorado Springs, check the fucking place out. La Burla Bee. Absolutely amazing. 5 fucking stars. Yeah, it was a great night, all night, and I think total all night was like $250 for the show, dinner,
Wow, that's
drinks, the tickets.
That's really good.
Yeah, it was not bad. Drink prices were excellent. Like Jen got specialty martinis that were like $14, $15. Beers were $6-7. This was not
bad.
You know what I mean? No, it was not overpriced. The food was good. Highly recommended. Excellent fucking place.
That sounded like a really good time.
It was excellent. It was great. Because then when the show's over and it turns into a nightclub, all the burlesque performers and shit go downstairs and they fucking they become part of the rager. They go down and dance, they hang out.
My wife would like that place. I think she would definitely dig on that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind doing something like that. It's fun.
No, it'd be pretty cool. You'd enjoy it.
I can
I've
see
done
Lynch
worse
having a
things.
good time.
I've done worse things.
Well, you went to Christopher's on fucking all male review night. You've seen the Navy wives go in looking like Marilyn Monroe and come out looking like Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, well, we used to go to Christopher's at 10 o'clock because that's
Hogan.
that's when men were allowed in after the show. We was
Well,
allowed in at 10 o'clock.
They relaxed that. They relaxed that years later.
We'd stand outside the place for 15 minutes hanging out till they let men in at 10 o'clock, and then
They relaxed that later on. My buddy, you
They're all
might remember
lubed up.
Harm. You might remember Jeff Jackson from the Territory, bald guy, floor manager.
Yep.
Jeff and I took our girlfriends. His became his wife. Mine became a nuisance, and we went to the girls wanted to go to the all male review. They got like 10 of their buddies together, and Jeff and I was like, okay, we're gonna drive. You guys go have a good time. We're gonna have a couple beers. We're gonna watch the Yankee game because the Yankees were playing Baltimore, which was Jeff's team. So we're sitting at the bar, and they've got it like the volume low, but you could still hear it. You know, Tino Martinez comes to the plate. He's 0 for 4. Boom, boom, boom. Ah! Single rip down the middle. Ah! 128 beats a minute. Screams every 5 seconds. And the beautiful women that walked in came out looking like they just had a 30-woman over-the-top rope battle royal to see who could touch the most muscular guy in the room.
Fun. And when they came out, they had been drinking for an hour and a half. They've been drinking for 2 hours. It was
all prime and lubed.
Lovely.
It was like watching the Hulk in reverse.
It was lovely. It was
You remember how Bill Bixby looked after the Hulk?
Man.
Yeah, his jeans were ripped, his shirt was fucked up, his hair was all over the place. That's the women that walked out.
Yeah, they did.
They were the reverse Hulk.
I used to call those grotopotamuses.
Yeah.
Indigenous.
Hagen wasn't done at Christopher's exclusively. It was done at the pool hall. It was done at Rosie's. Because for whatever reason, and I'm going to say this out loud, and I don't care who cancels me because you have to be willing to get canceled. Why do big Delmar too? Why do big women like the strip club? Why can't sexy bitches back then like the strip club?
Well, they did.
Because when we went to the Banana, we didn't just see good-looking women dancing. We saw good-looking women watching. And it was fun. And it was like, wow, I hadn't been to a strip club in years, so I'm like, wow, shit's changed. But I remember going to Delmar or Rosie's, and the only women that weren't dancing, I wouldn't put on a scale at a rest stop. You can shake your head all you want. You laughed earlier when I was messing with big-ass bitches. Now, all of a sudden, it's wrong.
It's just funny.
Pick a lane and drive through, my man. Pick a lane and drive through. Oh, anywho,
hefty.
What was the musical scene at this joint, Herm? What were they playing?
I was
the
music.
There
was, it was club music, man. It was club music. Not techno. It was more hip hop, R&B ish. It was good stuff. 90s.
Disco?
Huh?
Disco?
No, there wasn't a lot of disco being played.
Really?
It was a lot of R&B and radio play hip hop. Yep, some good shit.
I saw a burlesque show in San Francisco, and there was a lot of disco. A lot of disco.
I like a strip club where you can request a dancer and a song. Like, I would like Cinnamon to dance to Take It Off. And if they don't know it, they'll interpret it. They start to feel the music.
Can you have Bertha dance to Achy Breaky Heart, please? Here's my $1.
God. We'll bring Lynch to a strip club. Can you have Tundra dance to Tragedy? The tragedy is she's going to break the pole when she dances. I ain't never seen a pole. And then the rednecks show up. I ain't never seen a pole that was curved. You missed Tundra, that's why.
Is that a pole or a banana? It's the golden banana.
Nicole. I'm having flashbacks.
Uh,
So,
no.
gentlemen, Herm already knows. Lynch, don't forget, next week is the Halloween extravaganza.
Yeah.
We'll come up with some fun topics for Halloween. Plus, show up in costume if you can. But every day's a costume for you. You could throw on a cowboy hat and a flannel shirt and be like, "Hi, I'm Duck Dynasty." Grab one of your good. Grab one of your. Are you shitting me?
I can be an auto mechanic.
Grab one of your guitars and put on some sunglasses in your ZZ Top.
I could do that.
The alive one.
I would hope so.
Put some zombie makeup on. You could be the other one. Herm's outfit's going to be stellar.
In a tong.
Don't say what it is. Don't say what it is.
Not yet.
It's a tong.
Not yet.
I am going to send you a picture of my outfit, Herm, to put on the screen because you can only see the top half of me on the screen. So, what are you shaking your head about? This is a full body.
I don't want to see the bottom half of you.
You do. It's not grotesque. It's not like I'm wearing a banana hammock and some flip flops. Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not that guy. Besides, nobody wants to
wear the robe. The robe. I wear the robe. Yeah, you got to wear the robe. See, I walk around the house in just a thong, and
a banana hammock and a robe.
Yes, and a robe. And Jen's like, "What are you just gonna walk around like a Victoria's Secret model all day?" And I'm like, "Yep." Uh-huh.
Because I can.
You like it. Yep.
Now that you can buy the robes off the rack rather than from Camping World, you can do that.
Ooh.
Nice silk ones.
Dude, I can make fat jokes about him because he's not fat.
It's so good on my nipple.
Oh my God.
Is this velvet?
See, all the funny shit he just said, you ruined it.
That's fine. I'm the ruiner.
That's the ruiner.
The ruiner.
That's our new Batman villain, the Ruiner.
Are we in like two different time zones? Are we in like two different time zones? My
Why?
computer says 7:20. My computer says 7:24. We've been recording for an hour and 8 minutes.
It's 5:24.
Mine says an hour 22 minutes live and recording.
Yeah, and we didn't.
Why? Mine
I don't know. Bitch, you built it.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
You built it.
Marty, the time machine's ready.
You're going to want to talk to the manufacturer.
Artificial intelligence is based on the intelligence of the person who builds it.
That's right.
Bye.
She was
football.
She was just 17. You know what I mean. You're the Rain Man, and the way she looked was way beyond compare.
Jesus Christ. Shit.
Wednesday nights we have fish sticks, green lime jello.
Ooh.
What's the black? The fish sticks or the green lime jello?
Green lime jello. Ooh.
They make good jello shots. Not that you can have those anymore. I like green lime jello.
I love green lime jello. It's my favorite.
I hate jello.
Wait a minute. How do you hate jello? How does anyone hate jello?
I don't like it.
But who hurt you? What kind of horrible
I don't like
thing
pudding
was
either.
With jello?
I don't like pudding either.
What?
Where is he?
Pudding.
Where is he?
No, I heard you. I heard you say the word.
I don't like pudding.
I don't know where Little Willie B is usually down here, but I'll use Andrew. Show the judge on the dolly where jello hurt you.
Oh.
I love
I like the texture.
I love green jello. It's the best.
What a great band.
The noise it makes when you eat it. Oh.
All right. We're coming back with
this coming from the man that sucks the gelatinous broth off a Vienna sausage before he eats it.
Because there was a prize at the end.
Yeah, the little dick. I'm just saying. Christ.
Come back. So, you know what? If you want to be a part of this, and I'll put it up on the page, Send us some Halloween themed questions, and we'll have some Halloween fun next week. Get the message to Marsh that we're Halloweening it next week. And what?
I have a show idea.
Okay.
I was in Job Lot 2
My
weeks
breath
ago.
smells like candy corn and Vienna sausages.
I got a rock.
And they sell sea rats.
Say what?
They sell MREs, the new ones.
I'm not going
We
back.
eat
Are you eating?
No.
Are you going to eat one on show?
all three of us. I'll mail it to you.
I'll mail it to you.
It's $3.
I said I'd never go back.
Never go back. What?
I've never eaten an MRE again. Those are disgusting as fuck.
Oh God!
There's only so much chicken a la king a young man in camouflage can eat.
No,
I was
dude.
going to say the beef stroganoff and the chili is pretty fucking good. I'm just.
I dug the chili.
Chili
I dug the
is
chili.
fucking good.
But it seemed like everyone I drew was chicken a la king.
Actually, that show idea came from my wife.
Good. Get your wife on camera and she eats one.
Say she's
Fuck
plowing
no.
one of these fuckers too. Then
Fuck no.
She can be off camera. I just want to hear her yak when she eats one.
right? I just want to hear.
It's her worst nightmare. All the food is touching.
Oh, she's one of those.
Yeah.
Oh,
The food can't
Yeah.
touch.
Food can.
It must
I
suck
can't
to go
take
to.
meatloaf. I can't take meatloaf and then stab it in the mashed potatoes and put it in my mouth.
Why not?
It's not supposed to be eaten that way. I'm like,
Says
this
who?
fucking malfunction.
It's your
Says
fucking
her.
meatloaf.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can you show me the direction book for eating meatloaf? Because I will follow every instruction you got.
I know some of you guys are opposed to pineapple on pizza, but you know what I say? It's my fucking pizza. You get what you want, I'll get what I want. If you want to dip your meatloaf in the mashed potatoes, as long as you're not sticking your dick in the mashed potatoes, you're good.
It hurts.
What hurt?
Jen said it's all right. Jen said it's okay if I stick my dick in the mashed potatoes. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but you got the mashed potatoes at the new McDonald's, so it doesn't count.
Yeah.
All right, ladies, gentlemen, they, thems, we will see you next week. And don't forget, Speed Review, 8 p.m., all things Talladega. And Chris isn't mad this week because it's Talladega.
It's so
Right.
salty and chewy.
That's where I'll leave it. From all of us to all of you, have a good week. See you next week for the Halloween episode. You don't have to be in costume at home, but you have to be in costume if you want to be on this panel.
That's right.
Peace.
Peace.
Sleep soundly in your beds tonight. Judgment falls upon you at first light. I'm the hand of God. I'm the dark Messiah. I'm the vengeful blood. In the blackest moments of a dying world, what have you become?
I know we're 2 months away, but I'm not accepting any arguments. Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Absolutely.
Fucking A right it is.
Absolutely.
Hey, Herm, you got any more of your special mashed potatoes?
Oh fuck!
I'm making a batch by hand right now.
It's got the white. It's got the white cream sauce on
The
top.
white gravy on it.
Salty.
Mm,
A little bit of Herman Day sauce.
that's right.
Oh,
Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see y'all next week.
fuck off,
Nom, nom,
Lynch.
nom, 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 nom,
Ah.
nom, nom.